Today I'd like to talk a little bit about separation agreements. Frequently I have clients come to me, they're having a little bit of marital problems, but they're not sure they want a divorce, but they don't know really what are their other options. So when they're coming to me, they think divorce is their only option. And I actually tell them it's not. You actually have a few different options. Divorce is obviously one of them, and we can talk about that. But the other two options that most people don't know about, and I strongly encourage them to consider, is one, a legal separation, or two, a separation agreement. So the simplest one is a separation agreement. You and your spouse physically separate. You put an agreement in place that says, in the event that you're unable to reconcile, here's how we're going to divide up the property, the debts, and if there are children, you also develop a parenting plan and what that's going to look like between the two separate households. And while that separation agreement's in place, you can then commit yourself to going to either couples counseling, some kind of family therapy, or even communication coaching. And know that if something happens, you've already worked out what that agreement's going to look like in the event that there is an ultimate divorce. The other thing is, if I have clients who feel like they need legal protections and that the separation agreement's not enough, is we look at what we call a legal separation. It has all of the other elements that we just talked about. You and your spouse physically separate. We divide up the assets and the debts. We figure out what the parenting plan looks like, child support, spousal maintenance if there's going to be any. But we actually file paperwork with the court that tells the court that you are legally separating. And what that means is, going forward, if there is in fact a divorce, the community has already terminated under the terms of the legal separation. But the divorce is a much easier, more streamlined process because you've already figured out what those agreements look like, what the parenting time for the kids look like. So we're now just preparing paperwork to file with the court. So if you and your spouse are experiencing some marital problems, but you're not sure divorce is right for you and your family, please contact Ogborn Law for your consultation so we can talk about what other options might exist to help you and your family potentially pursue reconciliation today.